Hello, River Landing. Guess where I am? When I visited Israel on an interfaith trip about 15 years ago, we visited an assimilation community. If you were admitted into the country, at least at that time, seeking citizenship, you were required to live in an assimilation community for at least a year, where they have extensive language and cultural training. They want you to assimilate, which is not rejecting the culture from which you came, but learning to function and appreciate your new culture. And this expands your relational networks and job opportunities. Well, while we were there, about 12 of us were the guests of a single woman with 2 children from an African country. She served us tea and cookies in her very modest apartment. She spoke broken English, but I was deeply touched by her grace and hospitality, even though she clearly had little. Knowing that I did not know the culture, I asked our guide as we were leaving if it would be okay if I gave her a hug to show my appreciation. His eyes grew wide and he said, "If you hug her, you keep her." I said, "Thank you, I'll take that as a no. Don't really need a second wife." It's difficult to communicate within the same language and only slight differences in culture. Put a Texan at a bar next to someone from South Boston, and they'll both think they're talking to someone from another planet. It is astoundingly difficult to communicate across cultural lines because our culture feels like reality, even though it's only our particular view of reality. Common sense is only common in one's own culture. What is most common in any culture, sadly, is feeling like others, outsiders, are enemies. Culture can be like fandom. We like people who wear our team jersey, and we despise and ridicule the others. Unless we moved to a place where we had to assimilate and experienced those challenges, we tend to be irritated by others who are trying to assimilate into our culture. As one writer said, "My book on Nordic cultures is taking a long time to write. I don't think I'll ever make it to the finish." That's a joke. Building bridges with other cultures takes time and lots of effort, even if you don't hug them and keep them. It's worth it. Keep building bridges, my friends.